I'm Adam Burns of MeetTheBoss.tv. I recently attended the Satmetrics Net Promoter Conference in San Francisco, where I had the very real pleasure of learning more about how companies are using Net Promoter to improve the customer experience. I spoke with several of its leading proponents, and join me now for excerpts from my interviews with Fred Reichheld, author of The Ultimate Question, and Brad Smith, CEO of America's most admired software company, Intuit. So Fred, thank you very much indeed for joining me today. I'd like to start, if I may, by asking something I'm sure you've covered 1,000 times before. What is the ultimate question?
Well, the ultimate question, really, is have I treated you in a way that is worthy of your loyalty? Now, how do I get at that? We found that there's one question in most businesses that actually is a good shorthand tactic to get a read on that complicated question. It's how likely is it you'd recommend us to a friend or colleague. The nice thing about Net Promoter, one of the nice things, is it's just as appropriate for the corner dry cleaner as it is for General Electric, large worldwide conglomerate, 600 different businesses. It's based on this practical notion that if I ask you the right question at the right time in a way that's comfortable for you to respond honestly, there's no gaming and manipulation and car dealer, if you don't give me the top box score, I don't get my bonus. But once you've got that process right, you can learn when you've won and when you've failed at treating people right. That lets you start improvements right away. That's how practical it is.
One of the pioneers in the Net Promoter movement is software provider Intuit. CEO Brad Smith shared with me and with conference attendees his thoughts on how companies can leverage word of mouth, social networks and online communities to delight their customers.
Today's technology has completely put a megaphone in front of every customer's mouth. If you look at some of the statistics, an average of 2 blogs are being posted every second. Over 200 million online searches are being conducted every day. So today, word of mouth, particularly in this economy, has never been more magnified than it is right now. And so what we've discovered is by taking advantage of the fact that you have websites, you have rating engines, you have communities, you have mobile devices, you have a whole host of technologies which allow you to hear firsthand from the customers how you're performing as a company. There's no better time to embrace a loyalty factor and get customer feedback into your decisions every day because the technology is available and it's in their hands already.
We had a really entrepreneurial engineer. This engineer is Generation Y, 20-something, so clearly into Twitter, clearly into Facebook, and this engineer comes with his tail wagging and just came up and said, guess what, management? Let's take the social network off of the website. Let's put it inside of TurboTax, and when people are doing their taxes, they can talk to each other. We said, are you kidding us? These are taxes. Man, they want to get in, get it done, and get out. If they've got a question, they're not going to ask somebody else. They're going to call an expert. And the engineer said, no, you don't get it. Humor me. And we said, okay. So we stuck the live community inside of TurboTax, and at the end of the season, 40% of all the customers' questions were answered by other customers at an accuracy rate higher than we've ever delivered in 24 years. And it cost Intuit nothing. So we were able to reallocate our engineering resources and our tech support to help create delight.
It seems there's much more to getting customer experiences right than just a score. I asked Fred Reichheld if he agrees.
I tell everyone it is not about the score. It's about using the score effectively to take action and to turn more of your customers into promoters. The only way you can grow profitably is to make sure your front line is treating customers in a way that makes those customers want to come back for more and bring their friends. That's a simple idea.
If you're interested in learning more about how companies are embracing customer experience to improve results in today's challenging market, you can join Fred Reichheld and other industry leaders at the Satmetrics Net Promoter Conference in London on June the 4th and June the 5th. To find out more or to register, visit www.netpromoter.com.